Listening to Video Game News Radio with your host, Kevin Baird.
Brian Baird.
Don the Anderson.
And Larry Mack.
All right, we got a full crew this week. Brian's
full
got
crew
his
last week.
iPad. He's going to play on his iPad the whole time while we do the show.
Yeah, pretty much. Because what else am I supposed to do?
I don't know. Probably not play video games or something. That would be bad.
Well, I'm downloading Vermintide, right? It's still in the middle of it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I didn't bring up the list.
Eh.
I maxed out that Fallout. What was that game where you're building a city underground? I got all the stuff. I kind of finished that. It was like
Oh, the
like
app
a
game,
Yo-
you mean?
yeah, like the Yo Tower one.
Yeah, I had that for a while, and I'm like, you know what? I got attacked too much by the fucking bullshit they kept coming in with, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done. Fucking,
Oh, really?
This is much
Yeah,
time.
I didn't have a problem with them.
Yeah, you probably have a better version. Mine was like, oh, look, there's more monsters. I'm like, yeah, they're going right through my people. I got to go back and revive them. That's...
Everybody was armed to the teeth, and I kept sending people
no
out
difference.
into the wasteland, armed, and no, okay, all right. I gotta get the list up here. This is the Elite Dangerous soundtrack we're listening to. In case anybody's curious.
For some odd reason, I thought that was a metal band.
Sure, why not? Could be. We are Elite Dangerous. Hello, Cleveland.
I don't think I come out there like some prancing fucking fairy, Hello, Cleveland. How are you?
Plus Don and Larry.
Oh.
No, you guys are here. You're just not showing up on the video. Hold on.
Why not?
I don't know.
I'm right here.
Moving you on over. There you go.
Oh, the picture rise. That's it.
That's better. Okay. Drinking game. Here we go. Top 20 titles of the week. If we list something off that's not a game, you have to drink. Yeah. Whatever you want to drink.
So, yeah.
I'm drinking Diet Cola. Not Coke, not Pepsi, just Cola. Diet.
Yeah,
What I got
it's all
going
called Cola. White
Number
wrapper.
20, Guitar Hero Live for the PlayStation 4.
As
That's
opposed
a
to
game.
Guitar Hero Dead,
Yeah.
coming this October.
Hey, you never know with all the zombies and things.
Yeah, which is a badass game.
With all the zombies
Every
and
dead
stuff.
fucking super musician. Yeah, you have to fight off zombies with your plastic toy guitar. Now that would be awesome. If it's probably already been done. Like that one. What was it? That one dead game where you could use anything. You're in the mall.
Dead
I can't
Rise.
think of the name. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure you probably could grab something like that.
probably. Number 19, Madden NFL 16 for the PlayStation 4. Number 18 is Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon for the Nintendo 3DS. Number 17 is Cities Skylines for PC. Number 16 is Eve Online Content Pack. Hold on.
Yep.
I guess
Doesn't give me the whole
that's
name.
kind of a game, though, isn't it?
The Industrialists. So this is not a game. It's an expansion. So drink.
Not a game.
But it's part of a video game.
It
Technically,
doesn't matter.
it's a
Everything's
video-
part. Everything's part of a
an
video game.
expansion. But expansion is a video game. I mean, it's part of it. It just makes
No.
more game.
It's so
Yes.
is a game controller. A game control. You can't play the game without the game controller.
Nah, but the game controller is an actual object, whereas an expansion actually adds.
not a
content
game.
To the game.
It's not a game.
All right, fine, fuck you.
Not the game.
You can't play it by itself. It's not a game.
Right.
Number 15, new interchangeable power charging adapter for the Nintendo Wii.
Well, now
Drink.
you can't play a game unless you can turn it on, so you need a power adapter. So that's kind of a game.
You could maybe unravel it and then skip rope with
Why'd
your
you guys
friends.
jump in front of a truck, okay?
That might be a game.
Bastards.
It'd be kind
Drink.
of fun. Number 14, Nintendo Super Smash Bros. Black Classic controller for the GameCube. Drink.
What's up, my brother?
Drink.
Black controllers matter.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
This is classic. So it's all 70s. You don't know what the fuck it's saying. It's all jive.
I think that what we're looking at here
Which
is
is
like
pretty cool.
kids got their gift cards from grandma, and this is the crap they bought. Number 13, classic USB NES controller for the PC.
Drink.
Jesus, why?
People like to play those classic games. I'm not one of them,
I guess.
but people enjoy that. So
Wait. So is this not a controller? Is this one of those little things where you
It
like
looks
plug
like-
it in?
no, it's an NES pad, but it's USB.
Oh, okay.
So you play MAME games on your PC or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Number 12, Sid Meier's Civilization 5, the complete edition. Number 11, Assassin's Creed Rogue for the Xbox 360, $8.75. Number 10, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the PlayStation 4. Number 9,
Here we go.
Skylanders Superchargers Vehicle Sea Shadow Character Pack.
Not a game.
Not a game. It's a toy, drink. Number 8, DualShock 4 wireless controller for the PlayStation 4. Drink.
Drink.
Number 7. Larry, what you drinking this week?
Rum and Diet Coke.
It's rough.
Because, what better way to wash down a weekend full of pain meds and muscle relaxers than with rum?
Well, the Browns did fire the coach and the GM, so I thought you might be swilling down the rum in solidarity with the Browns. Number 7, Skylanders Superchargers Drivers High Voltage Character Pack.
Drink.
That's a drink. That's a toy.
Burn.
Number 6, Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax for the PlayStation Vita. Sorry, I don't know how you say these things.
Is that a game?
It's a game. It's a game.
Do we still get to drink because you completely mispronounced it, though?
You're more than welcome to drink on that one if you want.
Okay.
Number 5, Skylanders Superchargers Drivers Smat. Look, it's a drink. That's what number 5 is. Number 5 is a drink. Number 4, Dragon Ball Z Extreme Budoten for the 3DS. That's a game. Number 3, Tomb Raider for the PC. Now $2.99.
Yeah, I've got it for the 360, but I haven't played it yet. And
Because you don't really.
I kept reading
you
really
don't
good reviews.
wanna play it.
Huh?
You don't really want to play it.
I don't know. I like the first one, and the new one looks interesting.
The really,
I don't know how
the really
particular-
old one on the PlayStation, the very first one. Is that what
I
you mean?
remember. No, I don't. That's not the one I've got. I got the newest one, the latest one.
Oh, I mean, you said you liked the first one. I'm just asking if it was the one. Way
I like
back
the
on
first one. That was the
PlayStation.
original one. Yeah, that was way back in the day, though.
All right. I just, that jumping shit. That's what gets on my nerves. That timing.
Yeah, the Tarzan
jumps.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm too old. When I was a kid, I had it. Now, reflexes aren't there. So I
Sometimes
can push the
walking's
button
hard.
and then push it again, and the thumb doesn't work. The brain says push, the thumb's like no. I'll go at the speed I choose.
Right.
Number 2, Ninjago Naya Fun Pack. Just drink. That's a drink. And number 1, Tom Clancy's The Division for PlayStation 4.
3 divided into 9.
That's our games top 20 list. And now we have games coming out this week.
Woo!
Tuesday, multi-platform, we have Amplitude. And Thursday for the Wii U, we have Bigley's Revenge. That's it. In other words, play the games you have. Don't hope for new games, because they're not there for you. Might as well give you the Steam Top 10. Number 10, Just Cause 3. Number 9, Dying Light. Number 8, Star Wars Collection. Number 7, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Number 6, Rocket League. Number 5, Ark Survival Evolved. Number 4, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Number 3, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Number 2, Fallout 4. And number 1, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Still.
People like that Grand Theft Auto game. All right. Brian.
Right.
Brian, huh?
That's what our dad used to do. How did your week go this week? How was your New Year's?
It was in a hotel room, so it was boring. Except it's odd, when I drove back home that morning, there was even less people on the road. And Christmas morning, there was a few tooling around. I think it had some more to do with the weather, because apparently there was freezing drizzle. I discovered that about 100 miles from the hotel after I left. I'm making my way steadily in from New York into PA, and also I'm like, yeah, I can't see out the windshield. It's all ice. So I pulled over for like an hour and wait for the sun to come up. And I'm like, all right, fuck it, now I can go. So as I was explaining earlier, on Fallout 4, I have discovered flirtation. Because you have different characters, like, you know, some of the other stuff that Bethesda's been coming out with. A lot of games are coming out with that whole relationship shit. And in Fallout 4, you know, you could pick and choose who's going with you. But I took the one reporter chick. I can't remember what the hell her name is. And, you know, anybody you take with you, you're going to outfit them with better gear. Because, you know, they come in with, like, you know, Raider pistols, you know, you just go jumping down, break out, whatever. I've got a Tommy gun that has explosive shells. I'm just like going, dude, it doesn't get any better than that, man. They just blow the fuck up. I'm like, thank you. I don't have to play anything else now. This is great. But you know, you'll go through those shells like crazy. I got that gauze rifle, which I like the newer one better than the other ones, because you hold down the trigger and it produces a better, you know, more powerful shot. But so anyway, back to the reporter chick. So I'm like, all right, I don't want to like sex her up or anything stupid like that, because I want her to be able to survive. So I'm like, well, what do I got as far as, you know, exchange? Give her like a combat shotgun with a bayonet just in case, you know, it's pretty well ready to go, you know. So I'm like, all right, that's good for close combat, because I'm sure she'll get attacked by something when my back's turned. And I'm like, oh, she's already got the clothing, road leathers, you know, like road warrior leathers. I'm like, all right, I'll go ahead and tap on that and put that on. And I tapped on it, because usually she's standing there in her trench coat, you know, kind of bundled up. And I tapped on it, and I looked at the character on the screen. I'm like, this is going to be a problem, because that's really distracting, because goddamn, man, I fucking drew that chick nice. I'm like, What's the most limited amount of, really, of all the characters I've ran with so far, she's the least annoying. She's actually kind of funny. And the synthetic detective guy isn't too bad, because I keep breaking his ball. I need that shit. Don't be stupid. So, otherwise, just been playing nonstop Fallout 4 when I'm not working. Harder, called Childhood's End by Arthur C. Clarke, who's the guy who did 2001: A Space Odyssey, for those who don't know what the fuck that is. And the idea behind the miniseries is that aliens come to Earth. Well, a alien comes to Earth, and in the first episode, you don't see what he looks like at all. They turn Earth into a utopia. No more wars. No more. So the next one takes place 15 years later. The next episode. And this is the time where they actually get to see the aliens, and they have this big thing where this giant ship docks, and they said, send forward the children greeters, and children come to greet them. And in my head, I have no idea. I remember beginning to read the book. It's a little dry. It's a little dry for a novel, but it's, you know, it's Arthur C. Clarke, so it's old sci-fi. And Arthur C. Clarke's version of the universe I always thought was pretty cool, because it wasn't like aliens dark and evil, but it was still kind of, you know, like weird shit's going on. So you see they start to see whatever this alien looks like, and they're all gasping, you know, and the music picks up a little bit, and you look, and the guy coming down looks like fucking Tim Curry from fucking Legend. All right, he looks like he's this demon. Horns, wings, the works. And I was like, yeah, it's the most metal shit in the world, man. Aliens come in, they look like demons. That's great. And the thing was, the guy who played the part of the alien is, shit, I can't remember his actual name, but I remember Alien 3, he was the doctor. He's the head of the Lannister family, and he was the father of the Lannister family. He got killed, I guess, in like the 4th season or whatever.
I mean,
any
Sean
idea what
Bean?
I'm talking about? No,
well, the Lannisters.
that's not the Lannisters.
In the 4th
Yeah.
season, I can't even remember which one's the 4th season.
One was Alien.
Well,
3.
it doesn't matter. He's the dad. He's the dad. He's the guy who's in charge
Oh,
of
yeah, right.
all the Lannisters. Yeah, that guy. He always plays like a decent bad guy. Well, he's the demon. As soon as I saw him, I go, oh my god! I knew the voice. And I'm like, oh, that's fucking great. Although it would have been better. It would have been better if he looked like the guy as evil from Time Bandits. If he had come down, I'd have been like, oh my god, that's fucking great. Yay! But that didn't happen. So, I still haven't seen the new Star Wars. I know I should. Everybody I know that saw it's like, oh my god, it was actually pretty good. And I'm like, oh, that's great. I haven't seen it because I don't go outside because it's cold. And winter has finally come back to Ohio.
Yeah, I guess by you, it's probably supposed to be bad tonight.
Finally showed up.
Oh, good. That's great. Every time I drive, there's some sort of bullshit. Monday, I went to Michigan, and it was freezing rain. I've put a video up, but what you didn't get to see is the wind, because I was facing in another direction. The wind was gone. I was like 30, 40 miles an hour the whole time, and I was going like 30, 35, driving this, gigantic truck. And people four-wheel driving, and like a mile, they're in the drink. They're on the side of the road in the ditch. I'm like, I can't stop. I'm like, I feel bad, but I don't, because you're dumb. But like, it was like about 150 miles of just white knuckle trying to get to the hotel. And I'm so glad I made my reservation, man, because I got there. And apparently the previous week up in northern Michigan, they had so much bad winds that it knocked all the power out. So they had like all the, GE trucks or whatever. They took up the rest of the hotel, not just the one I'm at, but the whole town. And they were just going out to the surrounding area. I'm like, Jesus, why don't we just bury the power lines, We have to worry about wind, taking out your electricity. Wind, man, it's the 21st century. Wind could get rid of your power. Wind.
Stupid wind.
Fucking primates. God damn it, you humans and your bullshit. Anyway,
Does your power go out very often?
Hairless ape.
Here? Not really, no.
Yeah. Wasn't sure how it was over there. Well, my power never goes out, so I don't know.
Well, my power, because my robots make sure that doesn't happen.
I mean, once in a while it blinks, which is really annoying because I got to reset all the clocks, but it doesn't stay out. And
I want to know what your secret is, because I live down the street from you, and my power always goes out.
Well, your apartment complex apparently doesn't have anyone in it except you, and there's like one gas generator. They got to remember to put gasoline in.
Yeah, like a fallout.
Power your apartment. No, really, if you go to Larry's apartment and you look at the mailbox with all the names on it, there's like 3 names.
There's mailboxes?
There's like 3 names, and the rest of the apartments are apparently empty or condemned. I don't know what the story is there.
They're condemned. Individual apartments are condemned. They're going to bulldoze like the apartment above me, but not mine.
Well, they just keep it closed because that's where the portal is to the other.
Every, apartment in my particular building is currently occupied.
Is it really?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look like
With bodies. It'll be like that. It'll be like in The Wire, where the drug dealers are just taking people to all those abandoned houses and killing them and then boarding them back up again. That's what Larry's neighbors are all. Bunch of drug addict corpses.
You've been here enough to know that there's clearly somebody living above me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Apparently, Marley from A Christmas Carol is upstairs from Larry.
And, and operates a bowling alley up there.
And drags his chains around.
Pots and pans,
I can't figure out how to get out of here. Help me, I'm a corpse.
Help me, dead.
Anyway, Don, let's move to you.
No.
You obviously moved. How was your New Year's?
New Year's was alright. We went to Melville's, like we've done so many times in the past. It was just Melville and Harmon, their wives, the kids, me and Sophie, and we just sat around playing what's that? Cards Against Humanity or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I heard it's pretty good.
Great.
Yeah. That's a good one. I didn't feel ashamed.
I know he's a big card player.
I didn't feel ashamed of anything that I did during that game. Everybody was like, "Oh, I feel bad about this one." I was just like, "Whatever, man. It's a game. Not really butt raping children. It's not. You're not really doing this stuff. It's just a game." But yeah, we just did that for New Year's. It's been a interesting couple weeks for me, of course. Tonight is the first night that I'm Sophie free. I finally got her back to her mom's because school starts tomorrow. Uh, and I've been moving into my parents' place, which, as you can see, is pretty much this room. Uh,
That's your room?
this is the room I get. Yeah, this is.
That's colorful.
Yeah. So I mean, that's Sophie's bed over there.
Yeah, it's about half the size of your old apartment.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the one in Columbus, right? Yeah.
No. Although, yeah, that one was really small.
Yes. So I got my Boba Fett and everything's cool, but I mean, it's just been weird with trying to deal with the holidays and trying to pack up and put stuff in storage and then bring stuff over here and then dealing with Sophie the whole time because it would be like I'm going to the apartment to go pack stuff. And I would just go do it. And then she'd start texting me like, come get me. And it's like, okay, fine, I'll come get you. And I'd come get her and I'd bring her back with me. And I'd be like, all right, start doing something. And she'd be like, nah, I don't want to. And it's like, why did I bring you here? What are you here for? So, whatever.
She said, fuck you, old man.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going to bring you. I'm not bringing you. Because she's like, hey, how come
on your neck.
She's like, how come because the computer's not working. And I'm like, yeah, I took down the modem and the router and all that, whatever. Not the modem. I took down the router or whatever. And it's like, So it's just been weird.
No wonder it takes so long to get online.
Yeah.
Fucking her friends come over. It's like, what is that? Is that scary? What is that? No, it's
monster coming. Going to kill all of us. But Adam was a big help. I would have Adam come over. You start packing stuff. Kevin knows how it is when I move. If I ask
heard all about it.
One box at a time.
Yeah, pretty much like, hey, can you come over and help me move? And then people show up and they're like, nothing's packed. And it's like, yeah, I know. I'm going to get to that here in a second. It's like, give me a second. I'll start packing stuff. Once I pack a box, you take it out to the truck. So I tried to do better than that this time. I tried to pack stuff, then called Adam and said, hey, come help me move this stuff. So
yeah, I'm at least organized with my moves.
Yeah, I'm not organized. I hate it. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. But whatever. It's done. It's over with. The holidays are over. Now I just got to concentrate on working and making and saving a lot of money.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's
That was it. That was it.
That's pretty much I haven't done anything. I haven't been able to play no video games or nothing. I got cable here.
That sucks.
I got an antenna on my TV. I got a big 49-inch TV with an antenna on it. Whatever.
Oh, you got no cable? Just have an antenna?
Not yet. I got the box. I just got to set it up.
I mean, your folks don't have... Oh, they have cable.
They have cable, but you got to have a box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Larry, how was your week? New
Fucking
Year's.
miserable. Fucking miserable. So last week, of course, I said it was pretty much the worst Christmas I remember. So I'd follow that up with the worst New Year's that I remember.
Jesus Christ.
Just remembering New Year's is bad.
So Monday I woke up with this like crazy sore shoulder, and I said, I'm old. I slept on it funny. I didn't really think much of it. It's now a week later, and it hurts like hell. It's like a constant, never-ending pain. So I spent the entire weekend, like pretty much from the time I got home from work Thursday till now, just fucking pounding hydrocodone and anti-inflammatories and muscle relaxers and washing it down with fucking rum, anything to try and take the edge off the pain, because otherwise, even sitting here is a monumental act of fucking willpower because it hurts too much. So, and to those who know me well, maybe this will give you some perspective. I actually made an appointment to go see a doctor next week about this.
What?
Yeah. Wow. I was like, holy shit, this is...
He must be dying.
Yeah, because of course last time I made an appointment, last time I went to see a doctor, it was because one of my internal organs was literally about to explode in my body. 15 minutes later, the pain in my shoulder was like almost gone, except my upper arm was fucking killing me. So I just kind of slid the heating pad down to cover my upper arm. 15 minutes later, it's way better, and my elbow was fucking killing me. So it's like it fucking moves away from my treatment. So clearly, it's some sort of mental defect. It's some sort of conversion disorder caused by intense psychic trauma and guilt. And yeah, so I have an appointment with the doctor next week. I'm going to get a few other things addressed, like the fact that that finger I dislocated back in October still doesn't bend and is still twice as big as it should be. And then another one of my fingers started hurting, and I looked at it, and I thought I had like an ingrown fingernail, but then I noticed like the tip of my finger was turning like green.
Nice.
So because, I'm basically a doctor, I decided to fix it myself and started just fucking with it. And the like green part of my finger, I managed to like kind of slice it open and get some like goofy pus that smelled like rotten eggs pouring out of it. So I was like, oh, well, that's a problem. So I got that going for me. Let's see, what else? What else do I have going on this week? Honestly, that's pretty much it. New Year's Eve, I had a couple invites, but I was in no condition to drive because I was just loopy from self-medicating. So I sat home, watched the ball drop on Bree in Lord of the Rings Online. Larry Mick is now still... I probably should have seen it by now because, like, the one thing I will say for it is I was like, with as much build-up as there was going into it, I was shocked at the fact that literally nobody had anything bad to say about it. And the longer I'm waiting, more and more people are having something bad to say about it, so I probably should have gone by now. But, I don't know, it's on my to-do list. Maybe after my doctor's appointment, since I'll have a day to kill, I'll go see it or something, because I'm a sad, pathetic loser who goes to the movies by himself.
I'm going tomorrow.
I did that to see The Hateful Eight.
I'm going to do it tomorrow to go see Star Wars.
I think you just called me a sad, pathetic loser,
too.
bastard.
There is something sad about going to the movies by yourself. Like, I've done it, I admit it. And especially, like, if I'm off during the day, sometimes it's like, you know what, I'm bored. I really don't feel like grinding out the next 5 levels of Lord of the Rings. Maybe I'll go see a movie, because it'll get me out of my house. And that's about it. Next week I have a bunch of drinking planned, so we'll be talking about that next week. But as for this past week, that's pretty much it.
Let's see, I got 2 things. I'm playing Elite Dangerous, which is the soundtrack we're listening to right now. And so far, it's like Euro Trucker in space. Basically, nice. I'm not doing any combat because... you play online with a bunch of other people, and you don't have to deal with them. But I don't really want to go into combat with like a beginner ship and just have my ass handed to me over and over again. So I'm doing hauling. I'm basically just putting cargo in my ship and flying to another destination. And yeah, it's kind of like Farm Town or something. There's not, I don't know. People say, though, that it's great. I've probably played about 20 hours of it so far. It's all right. I got to use a flight stick, though. And I had to brush off the dust on my flight stick. One of the buttons on it broke off because I haven't used it in so long. It's covered in dust. I thought about buying another one, but then I was like, am I really going to play this game that long? What?
So what did you use it with Wing Commander last time?
I mean,
that's what mine is. That's the only time I
old,
used my flight stick was for that.
SciTech was still a company when it was made. Yeah, kind of. It's interesting. I don't know. Playing it, just not sure what else there is to do. Because I don't really enjoy space combat games anyway. You kind of hold the controller in like an angle, and the other guy's like trying to fly off your screen, and you're just holding the button down, and it's just.
If they change direction, you gotta go the other direction. It's like past you.
Yeah, they're like a dot when they boost way far away, and you got the dot on your screen.
Then you go so fast to catch up to them, and then
You
you
gotta
zip past them, and you got to slow down and turn around.
right. You got to drop the chaff in order to get the missile not to hit you. It's that's a game engine design. I mean, I guess that's just the way it is. But that shit has not improved since like 8-bit days. It's the same game, just spinning in circles and shit. Fucking trying to shoot somebody. I don't know. Some people are into that crap. You know. I mean, you can do capital ships runs and things like that, I guess, but I haven't seen any of that. All I'm doing is flying to starport, and you got to land manually, so it's kind of a lot of
Um,
finding the landing pad and then lining up and
Wheel.
landing. And yeah, if you took out that part of the landing, it would be I'd probably save about half the time that I'm spending on the game. The rest of it's just like warping from star system to star system, and you just kind of sit there and you're like, this is boring. I don't know. But it has that thing. It has that thing like Farmtown. Like in the back of your brain, you're going, if I can get a little bit further, I can get like one more cargo tank, or I can get one more X, or I can upgrade my ship one more thing. So it's like, kind of keep with that.
Addictive.
Yeah, but we'll see. I'm 20 hours apparently isn't like a good way to judge the game. Apparently people play it like 100 hours, and then they're like, yeah, after the first 50 hours, I didn't know what it was all about. Like, I don't know if I have that much time in my life, but we'll see. And then I got the Ouya got replaced by, well, it got bought out by Razer, and Razer has their own Android TV box that also plays games called the Razer Forge TV. And they had a sale, so you could get the Razer Forge, the controller, and whatever for $100. So I was like, all right, I'll get it. So I ordered it, and it brings over some of your Ouya games. Not all of them, but some of them. And then it has like the Android App Store, so you can get the Android TV games if you wanted any of that crap, which I don't, because it's amazingly void of anything worth playing. And then I'm like, okay, well maybe this thing would be good as like a media player, you know? But apparently it doesn't have Netflix, it doesn't have Amazon movies or anything, so it's kind of like it's crippled in the sense that it doesn't have all the apps that something like the Amazon Fire TV would have. So then I tried to play a couple of games with it, and it was just a terrible experience. Kind of like the Ouya. It was kind of like taking the Ouya and then just making it worse. So, yeah, I don't know. I have it hooked up. Apparently they're going to relaunch it soon. I would like to tell Razer not to bother and to just maybe not try and sell another Android device as a game system, because it doesn't work. It's not working. Nobody wants to play that. Just forget it. And, you know, it's cool, though, if you want to make a media box. Sell the remote with the little thing that connect to the TV so you can watch stuff. But then have stuff like Netflix. So, you know, people can watch their Netflix on it. Anyway. Like, I hooked up Plex to it, and Plex works. It's there. But then it didn't understand one of my movie media types. And I was like, see, this sucks. I could have bought a PC for $200 and done way more. All right. I was, you know, at New Year's I have a cold. So I didn't do anything.
Oh, I should throw this out there because I know people will enjoy it and you guys will chuckle. I also suck at calling doctors to make appointments in much the same way that I suck at ordering pizzas because I get all shy and twitchy about calling people on the phone. So my friend Allison, her mom is a nurse at the doctor's office where I go. So I was like, hey, talk to your mom, see if you can get me an appointment next week. And I told her what was going on, and she's like, okay, you're all set for Wednesday, but my mom says you should call this number to talk to the nurse because with the symptoms you're having, they want to make sure it's not your heart because, quote, you're at that age now.
Ooh.
So apparently I'm at that age now where if anything hurts, you need to call because it could be your heart. Which I'm sure is less a function of my age and more a function of being a giant, fatty, riddled with cholesterol. But
Dude,
I thought that was funny because we them old.
when you go,
Yeah.
they're going to totally give you an ultrasound. So just be ready for that. They're going to either give you an ultrasound or they're going to give you a CAT scan. Because they're going to look for clots.
Right.
Because it sounds like you got clots.
Oh, and that's what I said. I was like, I think my aneurysm is acting up today.
Yeah. Ultrasound is fine. The other one sort of sucks if they got to inject dye into you, though.
See, I'm worried about that. The only one that ever sucked was when I had to do the barium.
Oh, yeah.
That sucked.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But that's kind of like the dye. That's like with the CAT scan.
Because the one thing, like, and I happen to know this from my stepmom going through all her procedures, is, and I was shocked that the doctor wouldn't mention that barium is a crazy fucking enema.
Yeah, it's not very pleasant.
Because like I finished up and they're like, okay, you can go, and like I walked out of the hospital, I was like, uh-oh. And fortunately, this is when I was living in Parma, and I was at Parma Hospital, so I was like flooring it the whole way home, ran in the back door, left.
Enema? I have lots of those left over.
You still have those? They didn't,
yeah, if
they,
you need
they
one.
didn't want those back afterward? Like,
no,
hey,
apparently not.
We're going to need them enemas.
I keep them for comedy value because that was a great moment in my life.
Oh my! That was great. And it's weird because I remember telling like Cindy that story, and I was like, and me and Kevin are sitting there in the kitchen just crying, and she's like, "You guys thought that was something to joke about?" Like,
yeah.
We're like, "Yeah."
Yeah, we're not right. Okay. As far as news goes this week, not much. Got like a couple things here. Nintendo wins its Mii patent suit. Nintendo kept up one of its most cherished traditions heading into the holidays, the public announcement of victory in patent suits. The company yesterday sent out a press release touting victory in a 2011 suit brought against it by patent assertion company Recogni Corp. Recogni Corp was claiming that Nintendo's Mii character creation tool infringed on a patent it had held covering, quote, method and apparatus for encoding, decoding image data. Nice and completely generic. Yeah. The Recogni Group patent originally was intended for police sketch artists to produce composite images using pre-existing images of faces as a way to reduce the bandwidth and memory requirements for computer systems storing and transmitting images of people.
Oh yeah, that sounds like exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
I know that, looking at the average, Nintendo Mii, yeah, that could totally be a police sketch and fucking solve crime right there. We're looking for this guy.
A Seattle federal court judge ruled that the patent improperly attempted to monopolize mathematical operations. As a result, he didn't even need to address Nintendo's arguments in the case. That's got to be great for Nintendo. They probably paid the lawyer to prepare all the arguments, and then the judge is like, nah, I don't need to see those. It's like, you guys are still going to pay me, right?
I'm all right.
Here's one off of Game Informer. It says, Twitter user Wanikan really did not want to part with his save of Umihara Kawase. Certain cartridge games suffered from a flaw where the save within the cartridge would die once the batteries were dead. Wanikan had a novel solution for this. He kept his console on for nearly 20 years.
Damn.
He did have to unplug the console once while moving, but managed to hook the game back up before he lost his save. But still, he calculates that the console has been running for nearly 180,000 hours. That's dumb.
Crazy.
I'm not even sure I believe that, but it's also dumb. Just let it go. Just let it go.
Right.
Let it go. Let it go.
You know how many games I've completed that have just been erased over the years? Can't bring it back.
Pretty much any game you play,
right,
eventually is going to go outdated and you're not going to play it anymore. So you're just wasting time anyway from the very beginning.
The memories are going to be better than the game was anyway.
Right.
You go back and play that game now, it's gonna like nothing like you remember it. This is
Exactly.
terrible.
Just like Wing Commander.
Yeah, because
It'll be all
the
great.
graphics would be definitely. It's like when
It is from our friend Antonio, and he writes into Breeders' Cup at videogamenews.com. Says, hello, Don and crew. So, starting of the new year, are there any plans for any of the old hosts to return for at least one show? Say Angry Don or Park Sex Corber? Peace.
Park Sex Corber.
it's funny.
I thought you said Parkour Corner.
I mean, never say never, but very unlikely.
Right.
I get Cease over now once a month for game night, so we could like pressure him to be on there, but I just don't think it matters. I think when Sunday rolls around, he would rather just lay on his couch and watch TV. He's got a little kid. He's got a little kid. You know, little kids screaming. I try to play. I do play games with Karate Dog on Wednesdays, and he's got a kid, a little kid, and he'll like text me and be like, I can't start until 11. I'm like, all right. We can't even. We actually stopped playing by like midnight too. So it's like, do you even still want to play? Yeah, just start without me. The kid's wide awake. But you got a little kid.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
You got to wait till the kid's older, like Don's kid.
Right.
Then they won't
Just
let
be
you
like-
play because they're taking up all the.
You can just be like, can you
They
just
take
hang
over.
out in here? I'm gonna go do that. So. Don's future on the show this year obviously looks like it's going to be a challenge, right?
Who, me?
Locked in a room by yourself.
No, that's all right. I got a TV. You can watch
But what
TV.
happens if your daughter's there?
Well, then we might not.
Then you have to be
I don't
good.
Doesn't matter.
I can go sit in the Then I can go sit either in the closet or in the bathroom.
We go back to the old school Skype way, call you on the phone.
Oh, boy. I wouldn't doubt it. It's always. You never know where I'm going to be coming from. That's the thing. I'm either coming from like Amish country, the gas station, the library, the closet.
All right, so that's it. So, yeah, so it's snowing outside. Probably worse for Brian than it is for us.
Ugh.
I don't remember. Did I tell you my latest child support story last week?
No, but we got
No,
time. Why don't
please
you
do.
tell it to us?
Okay, so because you know,
It's video game
This is
related.
Hell of a story.
yeah, it's yeah,
It's keeping Larry from buying video games.
right.
So,
So I came home and had a letter from child support in my mailbox, which is always a nice surprise. And of course, first thing going through my head is, bitch wants more money. I knew this was coming. And I open it up, and it's this note from child support saying that because I have now paid off the giant arrearage that I had amassed when I was like out of work and stuff, they are lowering my withholding from my paycheck. I was like,
holy cow.
bonus.
$20. All right.
Yeah, I was like, woo! Yeah. So, you know, my support doesn't go down, but because I had not paid for however long, they then charge you extra each month to get that paid off. And now that I was caught up,
Larry,
I was-
I have to ask, though,
yeah,
because this is you, and because whenever something good happens, the other shoe.
my support order for Kendall is tentatively set to terminate this July. Woo!
Was she 18?
Well, she'll turn 18 in July.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, oh my God, this is back-to-back good news on the same day. Or, I mean, back-to-back
You're
days.
due to get hit by lightning.
I was like, oh my God. Well, I mean, my student loans come out of deferment this month, so that's another $30,000 in debt that just dropped on my lap. But so, hey, yay me.
Nothing wrong with that.
So there's nothing bad happened.
Not yet.
Wow.
I'm still waiting.
Not yet.
I got, so
That was the first time I
Um,
heard a child support story with a positive ending from
Yeah.
anyone. Not
So-
just
so
I
my-
got
from
I got all
anyone.
that money back
Yeah.
from child support from overpaying all that time.
Oh.
Like, you overpaid for like years, so here's your money. Like,
Yeah, actually, that does remind me though. One thing I noticed in the one talking about terminating the support for Kendall is when Vicky and I first divorced, we had said we want to we just want to handle child support between us without going through CISA, and they're like, yeah, no, can't do that. Gotta go through us.
yeah, not in Ohio.
And then at one point, Vicky was behind on some bills because for whatever reason she wasn't getting the payments, and I was like, well, here's the stuff showing they're withholding it. I don't know what the problem is. So we had asked, is it possible, can I possibly just give her money because for whatever reason you guys are holding it up for like weeks. That way she could pay off her bills. And they're like, well, sure, you can do that, but it won't count towards child support. It would be a gift. And I was like, oh, well, thanks. So we won't be doing that. They're like, yeah, it has to go through us. Otherwise, it's not official. It's not legit. It's just a gift. So as I'm reading the one talking about terminating my support for Kendall, it says how, like, for the last month, my payment for her will be put into some sort of escrow so that they can figure out all the withholding and stuff and make sure all the numbers add up. And then they release it to Vicky. If after that point it is determined that I somehow overpaid or whatever, it's up to her to pay me back.
Oh, yeah. That'll happen.
I was like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that's why wouldn't it work that way?
Right.
Well, sounds like it's coming together. Don, do you pay child support or no? Did you work that out where you don't have to pay, or?
No, of course I do. They doubled it last year.
I figured she made more than you did, so
you
that
still pay.
you. Oh, really?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Both parents are responsible.
Yeah, because Lori makes more. My ex makes more than I do, and I still had to pay. But
Yeah.
it depends on when you go in and because Ohio's actually, compared to some other child support places, it's actually pretty fucking fair.
Right.
That's like with Larry's case, the reason they said, well, it would be considered a gift otherwise is, why they wouldn't just let them handle it. They're kind of protecting him too, because she could suddenly come back after like 10 years of friendship and go, no, he never fucking paid me.
He never gave
She goes, yeah, and then I was like, well, then you owe her because you have no proof.
Right.
It's like, well, here's all this money. Like, that doesn't mean shit. We didn't know about it, so that's how we, But it's based off your. It is based off your pay. She can't say, I want this. It does. They'll be like, no. You get what you're due, and that's it. Not a dime more. Like you can go to a referee and say, I want to pay extra, like I did, but they're going to tell you, look, we'll take it out, but the money she's owed is all she's owed. She doesn't owe you that money back.
A referee.
It's like
the guy come out with the white and the black stripes and stuff, and he blows the whistle.
We actually went.
Like,
we went the
in
day.
the corner.
Well, we did it. We went the day. Yeah, we went the day after Valentine's Day, and Lori's like, are you guys open on Valentine's Day?" He's like, "Oh yeah."
It's our busiest
We went
day.
and got lunch.
Busiest day.
Yeah,
we
went
open on
after lunch.
Valentine's Day, though. That I've never heard of any place being
Yeah, it's not
closed
like
on
it's
Valentine's Day.
That's true too.
It's just a weird
Closes
question for her
on
to
Valentine's
ask.
Day. Hey, everybody, go home and celebrate with your.
Yeah, it's not
Actually,
a
it's
bank
funny.
holiday. That's
At one point during the process, Vicky and I also met with the referee, and the referee sort of lays down the preliminary stuff, walks you through what the case is gonna look like, before you go in front of the magistrate or the judge or whatever. And because two of you, I don't think Donnie has, at least two of you have met Vicky, this will make you laugh, because as we're going back and forth and discussing this and hashing things out with the referee stops at one point and tells Vicky, listen, I'm explaining the process to you. You need to calm down.
if I saw Vicky on the street, I would know. I haven't seen her in 20 years or whatever. I have no idea what she looks like. I don't know what Larry looks like half the time. Is that
That's
Larry? I don't. Maybe that's not Larry. Maybe that's some guy. I don't know.
That's not
That's why when I showed up for game night last month, I knock at the door, the light comes on, I see Kevin look out the window,
like
the light turns off,
Like, I don't know
the
who
outside
that
light
guy is.
shuts off, back door opens up, the dogs come running around to attack me.
Yeah.
They smell meat.
Or you can be like Cease as soon as the game's over. He's gone.
Hey Don, did he leave already?
he's just bam, out. Okay. All right. Well, that's it for this week. We'll be back next week with maybe more gaming news. I mean, what are you going to do, folks? It's early January. There's nothing going on.
Right.
Be sure to write into the show. You can write into whatever you want at videogamenews.com, and we'll read your email on the air. And that's it. Have a good one. Peace.
Peace.
Late.
Peace.
Love you.